So this is the setup of the game. You got your location cards face down in a pile. Your opponent has their cards. You have your cards. And once that setup is ready, what you're going to do is you're going to flip 3 locations. All right. And some of them. So first one here says 2-point location, race for food. The battle stat is speed. So the battle stat just tells you which stat you're going to use to compete. So you're going to look at your 3 cards in a moment off the top of your pile and maybe play your fastest card there. The next one is Mr. Lackey's Backyard. Notice this one is only 1 point and that's 2. So the 1-point location here, the battle stat is native, but this one has a little extra twist here. It says insects played here earn a +2 native score. So if you play an insect, you'll get a little bit of a bonus versus the other groups, myriapods, arachnids. Those things won't end up with a bonus there, but they might already have a high native score. And then the last one here is Rule the Ville. This one says battle stat combine strength and native score. So you're going to look at your card and you're going to basically be adding up the strength and the native when you compete at this location. Okay, so you flipped your 3 here. You and your opponent should also then each draw 3 cards into your hand. Okay, and you're going to take a look at your 3. So my opponent can't see these, but I'll show them to the camera, right? I've got my 3 cards. You can see this one has a really high strength score. This one has pretty low everything. This one's pretty even across the board. So as I'm playing, I'm trying to think about what can I do to win each location, or maybe I'm just going to totally give up on one location and try to win the other 2. So once I've decided, so I'm going to decide and my opponent is going to go ahead and decide as well. And we're going to put our cards face down next to each location here. Okay, once everybody has played all of their cards, we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip them face up and we're going to compare and see who wins each location. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start. Let's start over here with the race for food. I had 5 points on speed and my opponent only had 2. So I get the 2 points. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to keep it in a little pile. And this will keep track of my points for the game. All right, now we go to Mr. Lackey's Backyard. So my native score here was a 5, and it wasn't an insect, so I don't get the bonus. So I just got a 5. Whereas my opponent had a 0 native, but they did play an insect, so they ended up with a 2 because they got the +2, but I still win with the 5. So I'll take the point for that. And then the last one here for Rule the Ville, I had a 10 for strength and a 6 for native. So I had 16 and my opponent added up to 11. And so I got a clean sweep this round. I got all 3 of these. So I take these, I'm keeping these in my pile. I'm going to take the 3 cards that I just played and I'm going to put those over here. I'm going to discard them into a separate pile. Maybe I'll leave them face up to remind me I've played them already. And then we're going to play one more round. So, or my opponent and I here will play one more. You'll play until the deck is gone. But so now we're going to go ahead and flip 3 more. So the next one here is a classroom project. This one's a battle over beauty. Myriapods get a +3 if you play a myriapod there. This one is attracting a mate. So you're combining your beauty and your speed score. And this one says nature documentary. And this one has a little subtext that says each player draws an extra card this round. Play 2 cards here. So because this one is telling us to, instead of drawing 3 cards, we're going to draw 4, but we're going to play 2 cards here where we're competing for strength. And okay, so again, we're going to go ahead and we're going to resolve our scores here. We'll start over here. So our classroom project for beauty, I played a centipede and it had a beauty score of 4, but I get a +3 because that's a myriapod. So I ended up with a beauty speed of 7. My opponent had a beauty speed of 7 also. This is great. I wanted to show you a tie. So we're going to leave these here because this is the tie. Also, so we'll check. Have a tie. If you have 2, that's fine. You'd leave them all out here. What you're going to do is you're just going to leave that location as is. And in the next round, you'll draw only 2 locations instead of 3. So, or in the case of 2 ties, you would just draw 1 new location. So what we would do here, though, is I would draw a new location, and then we're still going to draw 3 cards. And I would play 1 card here, 1 card here, and then we'll each play an additional card here. And this location doesn't change. It's still a battle over beauty. It's still a +3 with myriapods. When we play our new cards, we'll be adding the score from the original card plus the second card. And we'll keep doing that until we run out until eventually one person has a higher total score than the other, and they'll be the winner for that location. To wrap the game up, what you'll do is you'll probably run out of your playing cards before you run out of locations. So anytime you need to draw a new card, you can just shuffle all the ones you've used already and make a new draw pile with them. So you have to go through the whole draw pile before you shuffle new ones. And then as you get down here to the end of the game, you might have a final round with just 1 or 2 locations, depending on how many ties you've had, and that's okay. You're just going to play until all of the locations have been decided. And once somebody has won each location, then you and your partner will tally up the points on your cards, and you'll see who has more total points at the end. All right, team, good luck.